Tonight's podcast is brought to you by The Cuckold Vision by Slappy.
Here at Slappy, we know our current product, the Slappy Universal Excitement System, is the perfect machine for the entire family. But sometimes we know mom and dad deserve a machine of their own, perhaps to play with each other or maybe even a friendly neighbor. Introducing the cutting-edge new Slappy console for adults only, the Slappy Cuckold Vision. The Slappy Cuckold Vision conveniently plugs into your VCR or Betamax and uses high-quality tapes to put your wife right in the middle of the action. Be sure to check out the included pack-in game, A Haunted Night in the Scary Mansion, where you and your wife navigate the halls of a scary mansion, avoiding a ghost who's conveniently dressed as a stud. That's gonna fuck your wife.
Other games include Cuckulas. Go on a great adventure while Hercules is fucking your wife. Try your wits against the cunning Medusa while Hercules is fucking your wife. Or even take on the harrowing guardian of Hades, the three-headed dog Cerberus, while Hercules is fucking your wife.
Who could forget Cucknami's new game, Cuckoldvania? Destroy Count Cuckula, who has whisked your wife away on a mountain in a castle where he's currently turning her twat into a graveyard. Fuck up candles and drop kick dogs as you ultimately make your way to the castle, just in time to watch Count Cuckula fuck your wife for eternity.
Don't forget to try Cuckold Dragon. Oh no! Shadow Trump grabbed your wife's pussy. Take on the roles of Willie and Kenny as you fight your way through rough streets so that you can both fuck your wife.
Here's a testimonial from a happy customer of the new Slappy Cuckold Vision.
Well, I was just watching Family Matters one Sunday afternoon and decided to try out the new Slappy. I put on the Cuckold Vision and next thing I know, Carl Winslow is slinging his BBC to my BBW. They started getting real kinky, playing with each other's gnarled diabetic feet and sucking on their impregnated toe stumps. I've never been so revved up and frisky in my life, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be greedy with your wife. Be sure to get a multi-tap so the whole neighborhood can join in on the fun. Slappy Cuckold Vision, the new console, because sometimes somebody else just needs to fuck your wife. If your wife is feeling kinda crappy, double team her with the Slappy. Well, we are back again. Surprisingly, we're doing these bi-weekly gaps here now.
Yeah.
We are the Good Ole Gamers podcast. Joining in with us, I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm joined as always with Mr. Brandon Gentry.
Hey man, go cuck yourself.
Aha! I'm trying to watch all the cuckolding I do nowadays. Oh, if Emerald heard me talking about that, she would fucking put my nuts on her mantle.
I think she already has.
I was going to say they're already there.
Yeah. I mean, put a ring on that finger, she's got them.
Yep. Yeah, I could feel the soul just gently lifting out of my fucking body the day I did that. I love you, honey. It's April 30th, Sunday, bloody fucking Sunday. Been pretty wild Sunday for us here in Alabama today.
Yeah, we've had a little tornadic activity.
Which is usual around these parts.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. We just passed our famous, kind of like 9/11 for Coleman.
Yeah.
April 27th, never forget.
Yeah. I forgot to never forget. Fuck.
Where were you when the world started spinning on that April 27th day?
I was getting ready for work.
I actually just got home from work and about got blowed the fuck away. I think we've actually discussed that before.
Yeah.
Fun side note today, though. I went and spent some time with my dad and mom, and we're coming back home and was going up through, North Vermont where I live, coming back home, and I stopped at the intersection on the main road you cross to get to my house in front of the school. And I looked, and I was like, man, that looks a lot like a fucking funnel cloud. You could see it rotating and everything. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I seen that shit, the radio come on saying we're under tornado warning. My mom called and was like, they're showing the cameras looking down 31, and you can see it. And I was like, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. So I sped my ass home because, my Roscoe and my animals were here, and I was watching it the whole way I got here, and it stayed up in the air, but I come home, my fucking garbage can was like blown all the way across into the neighbor's yard and shit. Wild times.
Yeah, we spent about a half hour in the old storm shelter. It's one thing that those April 27th tornadoes got me motivated to do is
damn right
get that shit together.
I was real gun shy about tornadoes and shit until that happened. I mean, I guess that's anybody. Like, you don't ever really prepare for it until it happens, and then you're like, well, I'm not fucking going to have to go through that all over again the way I did. I was like actually in the middle of town, downtown Coleman, when that shit hit, and pretty much watched it rip our church and courthouse apart, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I got my storm shelter. It's set up pretty good now. I'm slowly filling it up with all kinds of supplies and stuff too, because I remember us being out of power and shit for a while.
Oh yeah.
So
we actually had to go to the Salvation Army to get water at one point, and they were giving us. I still got one or a 6-pack of it, just put up pretty much for collection purposes. But Anheuser-Busch had like canned water they were giving out.
Oh, nice.
During then, I kept a 6-pack of it because they only hand that shit out during like times of emergency. So it's, I guess, kind of like a rarity. Yeah, that's something we have to deal with down here in the South. What about the rest of y'all that's listening, especially y'all far off, Spain and all that?
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have to fucking worry about tornadoes, do they?
I don't think so.
Let us know. We're curious.
Yeah.
Anywho, how you been?
Busy. Finals are upon me.
That much closer to summer, though.
Yeah. Supposed to have done one before I came here tonight, but I don't know, maybe the teacher is out of power because we had a lot of power outages today, but the final wasn't posted. If it ain't posted before I go to work tomorrow, I'm going to shoot her off an email saying, hey, you're going to have to give me an extension because this is bullshit.
I think that was just kind of a deal. See, I was kind of worried about us being able to record at some point because my power was off today for about almost 2 hours. I first got home and it was on, and then it went off, and blinked a couple times, ended up staying off for quite a minute. But luckily shit worked out, and we're here with you.
I finished anatomy, and I've got a 100 average in that class. So,
well, play that motherfucking applause button for yourself. Shit. You're a bona fide goddamn rocket scientist in here.
Rocket appliance right here.
Rocket appliance. That's the best kind of rocket learning there is.
Rocket appliances.
That sounds like a real terrible story. Come on down to Rocket Appliances. Our shit's made of such high quality, you plug it in, our shit'll blow up like a goddamn rocket. Just a bunch of cheap shit that just fries as soon as you plug it in. Rocket Appliances.
Hey, I've got 3 finals left, and then I'll be free for the summer.
Nice. I'm actually, not doing any of that school shit right now. I'm going back in the fall, but I'm going to take a little more time, and I'm only going to be taking probably about 2 or 3 classes at a time. I'm not going to do like I did last time, take 5 and 6 and work full time, because
it sucks, man.
It's a boner. That's
one thing about any of the competitive programs, as all the medical programs are, is you don't have a choice. Yeah. If you don't graduate by a certain deadline, you're fucked. You got to try to get back in the program again, and it's a lot harder getting in the second time.
That's how they weed out people.
Yeah.
And shit. But you being the man of intellect that you are, I believe you'll do just fine.
I hope so.
Well, anywho, we're here to talk about video games, I guess. Even though we don't have a lot of video game talk this week, which is okay. But, anyways, we're just going to kick it off like we always do with a little bit of news.
I think a little bit is quite right, because there ain't shit going on.
It's been kind of a dry couple weeks.
Especially with, we can talk about all the the top shit on IGN and shit. But this is retro gaming, so we try to get stuff that's close.
We're
to
not
retro
fucking
gaming.
IGN.
Yeah, we try to get stuff that at least has roots.
We're not
in retro
Big Bomb.
gaming.
We're not Mashima or whatever.
Yeah,
We're our own thing. So eat a bag of dicks if you don't like it. I guess the main news thing though for this week, pretty much Nintendo, of course, is continuing their fuckery.
Yeah, fuckery is aloof with Nintendo.
You know, they discontinued the NES Classic because they were saying they didn't want to take focus away from the Switch and everything else they had going on. So randomly, out of the blue, just like 3 or 4 days ago, this past week, they dropped a reveal trailer for a new Nintendo 2DS.
Yeah.
Meaning that now they have 5 fucking DS models on the market. You got 3DS XL, 2DS, new 3DS XL, new 3DS, and now new 2DS XL. What the shit? It's almost like it sounds like they got Capcom to license all these.
Yeah.
So like now you got the 3DS Alpha. This is the 3DS Alpha Plus Neo.
I will say if it drops to $100 or less, I'll get it.
The price on it is $150. And I'm not gonna lie, the thing is pretty damn sexy looking.
Yeah,
I think so. It's very sleek. It's built more durable for kids and shit, being that it is a 2DS. The model they showed is black and blue, like bright blue buttons and black body. I do like it. That kind of shows though they're doing them doing a new 2DS. I guess kind of shows maybe that the 3D novelty's finally starting to wear off.
Yeah, I mean they haven't done a proper 2DS yet either. The 2DS is a big piece of shit.
Yeah, it's hideous.
Yeah, when I saw that they were going to do a 2DS, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want a 2DS," because I don't want to pay extra for a 3D function that I'm not going to use. I'm just going to turn it off and forget about it. And then the 2DS ended up being a piece of shit that doesn't fold up. And like, how's this thing supposed to be portable without fucking up the screens?
Yeah, it's very tiny screens too.
Yeah,
just
very small,
about the size of a DS Lite. I guess
it's awkward as fuck.
That was a weird thing for Nintendo to do, but I gotta sneeze again. Y'all gotta bear with me. I have a cold. Oh shit! Mother Nature's cuckolding me.
Cucking the nose.
I better watch calling it Mother Nature. Somebody's gonna get mad by me just assuming its gender. And I mean, I don't guess they have enough places to cry and stroke their pussy dick at. I have this theory that people that are genderly like confused by their gender have a pussy dick. It kind of looks like the top of a pineapple plant. I guess.
My god!
You know,
I would be confused by that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just. Maybe that's what it is. They just got like a pineapple plant pussy dick.
They got my sympathy if that's the case. What the fuck?
I don't know. That sounds like something John Carpenter would have fucking come up with.
Yeah, I guess in semi-related retro news, Bill Nye is a total cuck now.
Okay. Honestly, this is something we need to talk about. What the fuck is the deal with the new Bill Nye thing?
I don't know. It's fucking bizarre as hell.
He's got a new show on Netflix, is what that's from, isn't it?
Yeah, Bill Nye Saves the World.
Apparently, there's a segment where they're singing a song called "My Vagina" or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Brandon sent me a link to it the other day, and I watched it, and I literally was like, "That's so fucking bizarre." Like I don't know what to make of it.
It makes me think of like an Adult Swim Tim and Eric parody.
It is. It really does.
But they were serious, and I'm like, what the? I don't understand the whole show. Like even beyond that bit, like they have these Sesame Street level science songs, and then they go to talking like making fleshlight jokes and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is that I fucking love science shit going wrong. Like I don't know.
Well, everybody's attacking the shit out of Bill Nye now too, because apparently he's only got a fucking like bachelor's degree in like mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
And I've just seen a bunch of funny memes that's coming out showing all these random ass people you wouldn't think of, and it's like when you find out they're more qualified than Bill Nye. And I'm like, well, it's just like anybody else. That's like somebody watching goddamn Beekman's World being like, I can't believe that fucking rat really didn't exist on that show.
Yeah, I've never faulted Bill Nye for not being a quote-unquote scientist. He was presenting science, and it's not like he was showing you, the nuances of quantum mechanics. It's basic shit. So, he loves science, and I always liked Bill Nye, but this latest shit is like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess he's just having to do whatever it is he can do to be fucking. That's what I'm saying, to be relevant again. He's like, hell yeah, y'all could write a song called "My Vagina."
He might not have had too much creative control over that either. So the way it struck me is like a bunch of rich white guys that are just completely disconnected from the rest of society got together in a meeting and somewhat try to figure out how to make this show make money. They're like, well, what does Facebook statistics show that the youth are interested in? Oh, well, it shows here that they're interested in gender identity politics. Great, let's make a show about it.
We're gonna, who we're gonna get to be the front runner? Bill fucking Nye, because he's a scientist. Scientists know everything. Goddamn, hands down.
You see how many likes I fucking love science has? We're gonna cash in on that shit.
I urge everybody, if you get the chance, just like type in Bill Nye vagina. It'll bring it up on YouTube. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's weird as fuck.
It is very, very bizarre.
I listened to it, and it had all the gender identity politics shit in that song, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care about the message. Like, I agree. Like, who gives a fuck? Do what you want. But why the fuck is this on a science show? I was so confused.
There's nothing actually scientific about anything, any of it. It's I'm pretty sure it's a cash ploy. It's got to be.
A woman singing about not wanting people to tell her not to rub her pussy dicks against other pussy dicks. I'm like, more power to you if that's what you want to do.
I'm pretty sure if you rub one pussy dick with another pussy dick, they fuse, and it produces like a fucking pussy dick sentinel or some shit. I don't know. It just looks like a full-blown pineapple tree.
I was imagining some horrific amalgamation from Event Horizon.
It's just like a giant monster made out of pussies and dicks.
Oh, it's got the guy.
Kind of like Alien. I guess something like H.R. Geiger painted.
Yeah. It's got the eyes of the guy from Jurassic Park in it.
And it talks like Jeff Goldblum, too.
Yeah.
It's hi.
But yeah, that bit of our retro childhood is gone, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been cucked.
It's been fucked right in front of our eyes. God damn it. That's something that's kind of cool to bring up. Limited Run Games, I think is the name of the website. The website that prints like physical releases of games and shit.
Okay.
They are doing Night Trap 25th anniversary for PlayStation 4 and PC. And it's even boxed. The PlayStation 4 one is boxed.
Man, that's funny. We were just talking about traps.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. We're going to get an angry email.
Probably. Oh, snatch traps. But yeah, it comes out June something, I think. I was trying to look up when it comes out. It's funny, though, because in order for that game to come out now, they had to give it a fucking ESRB rating, And that Night Trap, to anybody that doesn't know, Night Trap was one of the first games that come out that really just caused a big fucking stink and controversy with people being like, there's violence in video games.
Yeah.
These women are wearing nightgowns, and these fucking retarded vampires are trying to waddle their way in the house and kill them with these bizarre weapons.
Yeah, that was one of the games that people were talking about in Congress.
Yeah.
How awful these games are.
What was that? Oh, man, what was that fucking ass fuck's name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Lieberman? Was it Joe Lieberman?
It might have been.
Who? I gotta Google that now. I'm pretty sure it was who was senator against video games. I'm pretty sure it was Joe Lieberman.
I know Hillary
Jack
Clinton.
Thompson is known for a role in anti-video game activist. He's one of them. There's a bunch of them.
I know Hillary Clinton took up that flag real hard around the Grand Theft Auto hot coffee thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Joe Lieberman was another one of the other ones. But anyways, that was like one of the first games they really fucking rallied against. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was rated, I think, MA-17 on Sega CD. It had a weird fucking Sega 32X CD release. And it was, you know, they've all been like MA-17 and M. It's rated fucking T now.
Yeah, I figured
with
it would be.
The way everything's... It's
mild.
Not that... Yeah,
It's very mild.
Like, a fucking 10-year-old could play that game now.
Yeah.
And
I'll be perfectly fine with my stepson playing that game.
Well, I mean, it's...
Not that I'd want to put that kind of evil on him, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to clean your room for 2 days. You're going to sit down and play this game till the end.
You know what the point of this game is? You look at goddamn security cameras and activate traps.
Hey, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, no shit.
God damn it.
It literally
God
is.
Damn it.
It literally is.
That.
I did too. That's literally the whole fucking premise of Five Nights at Freddy's, is it not?
Yeah. You look at security cameras and...
Jump scares.
Yeah, you get jump scares.
Wow.
Ah, fuck. I knew there's a reason I hated that game.
Wow. I never thought about that. But, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I do like the fact the case that's coming in, you can get one that looks like a Sega CD case, or you can get one that looks like the Sega 32X box.
Nice.
Kind of neat. Excuse me.
To me, I can only think of the CD version. This goes to that real-time video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, oh, man, I remember when thinking full motion video was so cutting edge in video games, and man, it's so fucking bad.
It's still bad. The new Guitar Hero?
I still have it.
Oh my god, it's an awful 3DO game. The new Guitar Hero is so fucking awful. I don't know if I talked about that on here. My stepson borrowed it, and man, it's the new guitar design is fucking awful. Instead of the 5 buttons, it's 6 buttons, but they're all together, bunched up, so it gives you carpal tunnel as fuck.
Nice.
Instead of 6, going straight down the guitar, which I would have been fine with that. That would have added more difficulty and made it, a little more fun. This is 6 of them all bunched up, 2 rows of 3 on top of each other. They're small as hell. And, like, the songs on there's, like, Eminem and shit like that. Like, there's not a...
Shit that, like, doesn't need a guitar.
Yeah, it's shit that doesn't have a guitar in the song. I'm like, what? Why is this on Guitar Hero? Why isn't this on your fucking failed DJ Hero shit? But, yeah, they did the full motion video on it's awkward as hell, and it's distracting, and I enjoyed seeing the shitty computer graphic guys, like, waking the fuck out, because you can make them however you wanted to make them.
I've yet to play that new one.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Stay away. There's a reason why they're like $10 in Dollar General now.
Yeah, I was going to say, that shit was like $120 when it come out, and there's people, Facebook left and right, man, if you'll give me like $15, you can have it.
Yeah.
They're pretty much trying to give the shit to you.
Let's see.
I had to take a drink of my beer.
I don't have anything else for news.
They're saying that Nintendo's probably prepping a fucking SNES Classic Mini. We ain't said nothing about that.
I'm not even going to try to get it unless it falls in my hands, because fuck them at this point.
That's pretty shady. I seen where modders have taken Wii U controllers, and they're gutting them now and fitting them with Raspberry Pis and turning the Wii U controller into emulation machines and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be pretty nifty. I mean, if you had like a broke one, you could handle destroying. But yeah. So I guess that is about on news We're ill prepared this week. It's okay. There literally just hasn't been a whole lot of shit going on.
No. Nothing that caught the eye, anyway.
I'm sure somebody knows something, but we don't. We're terrible at bringing you information.
Yeah, we're just terrible at everything.
We're terrible at life.
Yeah.
Still say any day is sweet. And we'll kiss that sloth bird right in the mouth.
Suck the ass end out of it.
Suck that ass end out. Well, have you actually been playing any video games?
I've played a handful of games briefly. I probably just ramble about them.
That's what I was planning on doing.
I picked up, I scored some decent games at the thrift store the other day for the PlayStation 2, and I scored a PlayStation Mini for $5. I haven't tested it yet, but
oh, nice.
Yeah, $5. Fuck,
dude, I'm pretty sure I seen that PlayStation Mini the other day. Did you get it from the Hansville thrift store? Did you get them from the Hansville thrift store?
Yes, I did.
I did look over. Those were in the basket in the glass, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
I passed over everything because I'm a fan.
Star Wars Racer Revenge. I probably need to get this resurfaced because my PS2 would not read it. I got SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, which I think it has to be one of the last good wrestling games. I played this for a little while. It's got the Invisible Man and Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy on the cover.
Oh, nice.
John Cena and Batista. So one you can't see, and the other guy's a superhero. It plays like most of the old arcadey style wrestling games. I only played a few matches on it. Apparently it has online play, which I imagine is fucking awful, considering it's on a PlayStation 2. Controls are great. It's got the standard, you build up your momentum to where you can do a finisher, and then you can store a finisher.
Yeah.
And save it for later. It's got the reversal system where I think you can pump L1 to reverse strikes and maybe R1 to reverse grapples. So, I always like that. It's real simple, and you couldn't reverse a reversal in that game. So that's one of the things where the 2K series got wrong. You can reverse reversals and reverse the reversal of reversals, and I fucking hate them. They got them too realistic, and it's too much horseshit. I don't know when the 2K series started in, but fuck that whole series. I hate them. Why do they make a realistic game for the most unrealistic sport?
I don't know. That does make sense. Or does it make sense?
Yeah. Wrestling's about practically demigods of men fighting each other. These non-mortal gladiators going at it in a ring, and
while somebody fucks your wife.
While someone fucks your wife, and that's the thing I hated about. I don't know if he's still on there. I haven't seen him in a while because I only watch pay-per-views anymore. But they brought in some commentator from like ESPN or something for one of them. I mean, he did a great job commentating. Don't get me wrong, but he sounds like he's commentating a football game or something.
He's too professional sounding for wrestling.
He's too professional sounding. I'm like, these are supposed to be...
He doesn't have that comedic, over-the-top kind of...
Right. These are supposed to be people who either were wrestlers or, people just related to the business in some way, who are otherwise just normal Joes.
He kind of doesn't have that like entertainment aspect to him, in a way.
And plus, the commentators, they always had the viewpoint of mere men watching God's battle. Like, oh my God! Yeah. They do that, like the wrestlers, they beat the fuck out of each other in the ring, and that's fine. But like one of them bumps into the referee or an announcer, and he's down for 10 minutes because these guys are that badass. So, that's how wrestling's supposed to be. It's one of the few truly American arts. Because where else would this shit start at?
Oh yeah,
it's like it's the banjo of sports. It started here in America. And,
that's a good way of putting that. It's kind of like the traveling bluegrass band of sports, like the gypsy of sports, if you will. And
to turn it into some realistic simulation horseshit, to me, is a fucking crime. So I if you're looking for a wrestling game on the PS2, I can definitely recommend SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. The roster, I couldn't speak to the size of the roster because I've unlocked nobody. But I know it's got all the staples there. Me and my buddy Juice, we end up double teaming on Eugene, the retarded wrestler. That was pretty fun.
God damn it. There's another whole slew of hate emails coming our way.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, he beats up on retards. Bastard.
The back, it shows there's Rey Mysterio on here.
Nice.
A few other, the staples are on here. I don't know about the mid card type people who were around in 2006 because I kind of wasn't watching wrestling then. From about 2002 to 2012, or not 2014.
It was a dry spell of wrestling for you.
Well, yeah, I just didn't watch it, so I'm kind of ignorant on that era. But all the staples are there. Those guys don't change. It's got a handful of different modes: hardcore mode, backstage brawls, that kind of stuff. But overall, thumbs up. Definitely recommend it.
I might have to check it out. I don't know shit about wrestling, but I do enjoy a good wrestling game every now and then.
The games are fun. It's just the old arcadey style ones. The WCW versus NWO World Tour type stuff and
Warzone.
Warzone, No Mercy. That was great. Got Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
That's always the Tony Hawk Underground games were some of my favorite Tony Hawk games.
I'm gonna say though, if you don't know how to play the game and you don't take the time to learn it, these games fucking suck. And I guess you could say that about a lot of games, but at least in some of those games like that, I can, kind of blunder my way and have some fun doing it. This game, if you don't know how to do any tricks, you can't just pick this game up and have a blast with it. You got to learn it.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve to those.
Like again, me and Juice played it, and we tried several of the multiplayer things, and it was miserable. Like, because neither of us really knew how to do tricks. The point, the high score matches where whoever got the high score won ended up being who ran through the most glass because you got 1,000 points every time you ran through a pane of glass.
Nice.
And until I finally did figure out how to do one minor trick, and I ended up blowing them away on that. But there's like a weird ass scavenger hunt game. I did not get the point of. We just flailed around for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden we had to find shit. But yeah, it's for a skateboarding game. I've heard it's great. I couldn't tell you much about it from what I played because I suck so much shit at it. And I'm sad that Star Wars Racer Revenge that I got needs resurfaced because I love Pod Racer.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Pod Racer, and I always really enjoyed that game.
That's a great fucking game. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I know a lot of people like to give it shit because it's tied to Star Wars Episode 1. And I can understand that because that was an awful fucking movie. But that game was like the best thing to come from it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of the few rare occasions where the game is actually better than the movie.
Yeah.
And it's weird you bring up Pod Racer because I seen a guy not too long ago that had an in-box N64, the Pod Racer edition with the black box and everything. It was pretty
nice.
Pretty sexy.
Beyond that, I did play a little bit of AIM this weekend. Finally beat Smash TV for the first time.
Really?
I bet I spent $50 in quarters.
I was fixing to say, how many credits you cycled through that bitch?
I'm not exaggerating. Probably around $50 worth. It was insane, those last few levels.
They definitely got that bitch rigged to be a quarter muncher.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see... maybe there is a strategy to beating the game, but I don't see how you could possibly 1 credit. I don't see how you could beat that game on 4 credits. Because you'll get stuck in corners, and your gun can't shoot faster than the enemies are spawning. So I'm like, how can you possibly get out of that?
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah, because you can't kill them faster than they're coming at you. So what the fuck can you do? Besides feed at quarters, or in my case, button presses.
Yep.
Still,
take that, William.
Still a great fucking game. One of the things I love about having a 4-player cabinet is I got it set up. Since it's a twin-stick game, I can play full 2 players with player 1 using sticks 1 and 4, and player 2 using sticks.
Yeah, I mean, you
2
played
and
that
3.
one night I was over there, and it was great.
I love it. The game, I wish I'd have brought in some sound clips of it. It encompasses the 90s to me so well.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I love the part it shows the show host. He's got his arms around two scantily clad bitches, and they've got like money hanging out of their bikinis and stuff, and he's staring at their tits, and he says, "Big money, big prizes."
I like when you beat the level, and like it's a complete staple of the 90s, which is fucking hilarious because the game is supposed to be futuristic.
Yeah.
But like they're tallying up all the swag and loot you get.
Toasters and
VCRs.
and
fucking VCRs and shit. Cash.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Eventually you unlock, you start getting your supply of meat. Like I think I had like 300 years worth of meat in one level and luxury vacations.
Turn some of that into some beef
cars.
jerky.
Hell yeah. Fuck, I could live off beef jerky.
Dude, my dad was making it. He's getting ready to start that chemo and shit this week. And they were telling him, get things you like stacking on. I went over today and he had like 3 dehydrators going.
Oh, nice.
Making beef jerky, and it smelled so fucking good.
Nice.
You ever made beef jerky in the oven?
No.
You can take strip steak and soak in soy sauce and liquid smoke. Put it on skewers and just put it on your oven rack on the lowest setting and just let it set for like 12 hours. Then it'll dehydrate down in the beef jerky, and it's really fucking good.
Hell yeah. I want to try that sometime.
Badass. Little hint for y'all. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Back to Smash TV.
One thing I never knew, since I've never beat the game, the final boss is the show host. You know that?
Really?
Have you ever got to the first boss?
The dude on the tank?
Yeah, the Mutoid man.
Yeah.
It's him, but the show host is the body. And instead of shooting like lasers, he shoots like streams of eyeballs and stuff at you. And
I was hoping he'd shoot toasters at you. Have a fucking prize.
That game's fucking rough as hell. But great. I can't say enough about that. As long as you're not feeding it real money.
I used to love playing that on SNES back in the day.
Did you ever do the 2-controller mode? Where you could set up 2 controllers where you had the dual D-pads.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's to me...
Seemed like it'd be a little confusing.
It would be. And then here today I played Seoul Divide, which is a 1997 horizontal shooter by Sakio. Just randomly pulled it up on my aim for no reason, and I gotta say it's pretty unique and fun. It's it features those like pre-rendered 3D graphics like Donkey Kong has.
Yeah.
So I really like that look where it's part of your brain's telling you it's 3D, but you can still tell it's pixel art basically. Yeah. It reminds me of claymation for some reason. Like it's so surreal.
Yeah, actually, kind of the fluidness of the way it moves and shit too.
But you choose from like 3 different characters. That's one thing that sets it apart from horizontal shooters of this era. Is most shooters you're in a spaceship of some sort, and this one you're like an angel type thing. There's 3 characters, so I couldn't tell you what the other 2 were. The guy I picked had angel wings and like a spear. And it kind of reminds me of Sky Cursor, the way it played some, because you had a melee attack, you had a shooting attack, and then you could collect different spells throughout the game, and you could press both of your attack buttons at once to use your spell. And yet you had a life bar and a magic meter, and throughout the whole game you could upgrade those with power-ups, and you could pick up new spells. The more powerful spells are one-off, so like if you got the meteor spell and you had pretty much a maxed out magic bar, you could cast it and it fucks shit up, but after that spell's gone until you pick it up again.
So that adds a little bit of like a strategic element to
it. It's like an RPG elements to it. One thing I found is this is one arcade game that you can't pay your way to beat. If you die, you can put in another credit and start on the level you're on, but you start from the beginning of that level. So you can't just continue exactly where you were. So it's
kind of got like that old school Nintendo hard element to it.
Yeah. And even some of the stages were like the first few stages where the boss was the end of the level. One of the later stages had a really hard mini boss. Well, I thought it was the boss, but it wasn't apparently, because I beat him, then died afterwards, and started all the way over from the beginning to where I had to go beat that boss again. I was like, fuck. So this is a game where if you can beat it in X amount of time, it's a testament to your skill and not how many credits you put in it. Because, so many arcade games, you might be able to beat it in 20 minutes, but how many times did you fucking die?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's kind of like that quote Billy Mitchell said that time. He was like, oh, you got a high score. Well, how much did it cost you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, if you got my aim, it's definitely worth checking out. It was really fun. There's not many enemies on the screen at one time, or bullets for that matter, but the bullets go pretty fast, and you're not as fast as the bullets. So dodging the bullets comes more from reading the tails of the enemies. Like you see a mage charging up his little attack, you need to kind of fake him out so you can dodge it. Because if you just wait till he fires it at you, you're probably going to get hit by one or two bullets. Which is another thing, since it's you got a life bar in this game. It's not one hit, one kill like a lot of shooters are. So you can upgrade your life bar pretty far, and you get upgrades. You can heal your life and stuff through different pickups throughout the game. So overall, I'll say it was pretty great. It loses some of the what makes arcades, I guess you'd say, pay to win, but at the same time, it has that arcadey fun to it, and I think it strikes a happy medium with the way that works.
Yeah.
It would be nice to be able to be able to pay your way through just to see all the bosses of the game and stuff, but it's definitely a skill-based game. It's also, they had releases.
Well, that's kind of cool though, because I mean that's just more replay value for you to get your ass better, so you can discover more of it.
Also, in between levels, you can choose different paths. I don't know. It's kind of like the Castlevania style thing where you choose which level you're going to, like
the branching path kind of thing.
There's also home console ports of it. There's Saturn, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2. And there's I think there's 2 or 3 different releases for the PS1. I don't know if they were Japanese or what that I saw, but I don't know how much different those things play. Probably not much different, given the credit mechanic doesn't work much different than continue mechanics in games. So check out either the console version or the main version. Definitely pretty cool. That's Seoul Divide.
Very nice. I haven't been really getting to do just a shit ton because of work and everything. I did get the free game of the month on PS4 last month. It's a game called Disc Jam, and I think you would probably like it. It's kind of like Pong and tennis. You throw a little machine disc, pretty much, and there's special ways you can throw it. You can bounce it off the wall and all that.
So kind of like the Tron disc.
Yeah, exactly. You can slide and catch it. You can lob it, to kind of take advantage of somebody not covering one area of the playfield and shit. Just over a net, back and forth. Like, it's actually really fun. Like, the score depends. Like, if somebody throws it and you catch it, it just keeps, every time somebody catches the disc, it keeps adding a point. Where if you caught it 20 times and you finally sink the goal, it'll give you 20 points.
Okay.
And first person to 50 wins a match. 2 matches. Real simple, but it's really fun.
So if you immediately get a, like if you just sock them out and get a goal right after a goal has been met, you're only going to get 1 point.
No, it starts out at 7, I think, is the base.
So you get 7 points, and then if you have a long back and forth, you could get 20 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Depending on how many times it went back and forth.
Because it eventually, too, it kind of gets to the thing where if you aim to get rid of it as quick as possible. So as soon as you catch it, if you hit the X button, if you do it just right, it'll give you a perfect throw, and it'll lob it really fast. and you get somebody real good that keeps the match going for a while. It's kind of like in Pong. The shit gets going so fast at some point, somebody's just going to slip up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to sneeze again. Hold on. Oh, shit. Y'all have to bear with me. Say a prayer for me and all that shit. But anyways,
let's get 500 likes for Lyle.
Yeah. Can I get 500 amens for me? And maybe somebody bring me a goddamn cherry cola. 500 likes and amens. That's the only thing that's gonna cure my cold.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that just means you love Satan. You're a piece of shit.
Keep scrolling for Satan.
Yep. But anywho, I mean, it's pretty fun. You would like it's on PC as well. It's PC and PlayStation 4. As far as I know, so far there's only like 3 or 4 different characters that I've unlocked, but each one of them I think has a different like throw move. Some of them can throw curves really well. Some of them can lob it better. Some of them's really good at throwing straight shots. So nothing major there. One major thing that I did do, finally, after all these years, and I talked about it back when my grandfather got sick, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do it before he passed away, but I got my Zelda games from my grandpa's house, my original ones, in box, when he passed away. This past week, I had a day off work. I actually got done early. I was home by like 11 o'clock, which is unusual. And I sat here bored as shit, and I'm like, well, you know, the battery that's in my Zelda 2 Adventure of Link is the same one that's been in there since I was a kid, since we bought it. So I was just kind of, in a weird way, I was like, you know, there's a good chance I might boot this thing up and it be wiped. Put it in there. My grandfather's original save file is still in there. My name, he started another save file under my name, and he started another save file under my little cousin Alex's name years back. I know for a fact he hadn't played that game, and he hasn't played it in probably like the past 5 or 6 years. But I pick it up, and he can never figure out how to get into the last dungeon, and come to find out he was missing one spell, one item, and one dungeon away from beating the game this whole time.
Oh, hell.
And after all these years, though, I went through the other day, and I played through it. And for the first time ever, I beat Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. And I completed my grandfather's save file and got him the little Triforce beside his name and everything.
Hell yeah.
That was a pretty touching thing. I almost teared up as much of a big old pussy dick as I am. I just about started weeping like a pussy dick.
Are you looking to finding a way to pull the save off of it?
I would love to. Because I've still got my original Zelda's the same way. It's still got his original save file on it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I would do it, but I know there's a way.
Yeah. I know the retro box or whatever could do it. The one that's like $300 goddamn that plays everything.
The Retro Freak or whatever?
Retro Freak, that's it.
I think it's pretty fucking sweet, though.
Yeah. I know it can do, because it can pull off save files, and at the very least, you could pull it off, change out your battery, then put it back on.
See, another thing I seen, because I was curious about putting a new battery in it, and another thing I seen, the only way you can do it is taking it out of the case, putting it in. They said using a top loader is easier.
Oh, yeah.
Putting it in and changing out while it's on. But my Nintendo, man, you barely bump the table or something, it locks the fucking thing up. And I'm just like, knowing my luck, I'd pop that battery out a little too hard, and it would reset it or something.
Yeah, you'd have to pad the sides with some tissue paper or something to keep it sturdy in the bottom.
I want to figure out some way, though. I wish there was a way I could just preserve the whole game, where I know for a fact it would just hold that data forever, which I know that's pretty much virtually impossible.
Yeah, you'd need a whole new circuit board where you basically put that into a ROM file, basically. I think that 100-year ROM chips that's already that the main game is on.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what you'd want to put your save on. I don't know how you'd go about doing that.
No, that's probably...
And you'd never be able to save it again either.
Yeah.
So if you ever did anything new.
I want to try doing something, because I'd like to figure out how to do it with multiple things, because I have the Zeldas, I have his Pokemons, I have his Harvest Moon, and actually a city on Sim City that he done.
Super Nintendo Sim City?
Yeah, that was also one of his favorites. He's a bad motherfucker at that shit. I never understood how he could keep people... I guess I just pissed my citizens off all the time. They're like, there's too much goddamn pollution, all these rolling brownouts and shit.
Yeah.
The roads are deteriorating. Yeah, I'm just like, why don't you fuckers do it yourself? I'd be a terrible mayor.
Yeah.
All I ever did was turn on the big cities and just turn all the disasters on at once. Like, I'll never forget that. I love the soundtrack to the SimCity to SimCity on SNES. Like, one of the most memorable fucking SNES soundtracks, I think, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, I did that, and I was pretty proud of that, because I know he struggled for years to beat that game. And I can say, though, he got as far as he did by
no internet,
nothing.
No guides.
His own will. I mean, he beat the original Zelda the same way, and I think the original Zelda is probably a little bit intellectually a little bit harder, but excuse me, Rolling Rock and Bud Lights,
French fries and tater chips,
chicken sandwiches, all the bad shit. Me and Brady was just talking about, like, we're on this workout plan. We're strengthening our arteries. We're hardening them up, getting them firm, and women like grabbing on them firm arteries. But
hard as fuck.
Yeah,
my arteries are anyway.
They're so hard, boy. It just feels like they're choke holding my heart from all the muscle. So I was short of breath all the time. But yeah, he done all that without having to, But what I was saying is Zelda 2, the gameplay, like, that shit's hard as a motherfucker.
It is.
Some of the bosses, like, not even really the bosses, some of the enemies in that game are way harder than the fucking bosses are, because they can stab you up or down, and you gotta know where to shield, and
a
little more. It's kind of like the Dark Souls of Zelda in a weird way.
Yeah,
you gotta know how to control Link a little bit. But I done that, and I guess the other big one is I bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. What can you say? It's Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
It's got some new tracks, though.
Does it have a good battle mode now?
Yeah.
Is it not forced you on teams or anything?
No, the battle mode I play, it's single. Like, I wasn't on a team.
Oh, cool. So
I did. I didn't play Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, so I don't.
That's awful.
I don't know what the differences are.
Yeah, never mind. I misheard you. Yeah, the Mario Kart 8 on Wii U was good. The battle mode sucked.
Well, see, the battle mode on this one is
the battle mode on Wii U was a race that you could shoot each other in.
This is the battle mode on this is you got 5 balloons each, and they start you off in an arena, and you can drive anywhere.
Great.
And there's variations on that. There's like bomb blast, where you can just throw bombs at each other, and they instantly explode. There's another one called Coin something that's really fun, where they put coins on the map, and you go and grab them, and you just keep stacking them up, and whoever's got the most coins wins, but you can hit people with items to knock their coins away from them and then steal them.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty fun. There's one called Catch the Renegade. In Mario on Wii U, do you have the Piranha Plant power-up on the front of your car? It boosts you, and then you can eat people, too.
Yeah.
It's a game like that where 4 people have those, and then 4 people don't, and they're just running, pretty much capture the flags. They're running and getting shit, running back their base for points, and then the people with the Piranha Plants, you hunt them down and try to eat them.
Okay.
Until you eliminate the whole team.
It's like the trigger game we played in middle school.
Yeah. Same deal.
Nerd tag.
Yeah. Wow. Goddamn. That blows my mind. Trimmers. We had our own game. What was it back in elementary day? Like they had that big ass rock on the playground. You got to stand on the rock or the jungle gym.
Elementary school.
No, we did it in middle school too in the gym.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because that we all started playing it. And next thing you know, like we literally had the whole fucking PE class at one point playing that.
Yeah,
there'd be like 10 people in the middles. We always called it trimmers because when we were kids, you'd have to be up on the rock or up on the jungle gym off of the ground. Like you couldn't be caught on the ground or you're eating.
Yeah,
that's how fucking cool we were.
Yeah,
what were you little shits doing? Y'all were like playing with marbles and fucking eating your boogers. Fuck you.
We're playing Mario and Tremors.
Yeah, no shit. We were legit. We're stupid.
Yeah, we are.
Either way. But the battle mode's pretty fun.
I wonder if that old playground still has the tree from Ernest Scared Stupid in it.
It does.
It
does. Fun story, because I actually went by that tree, and I told Emma, I was like, it's still got like the gnarled root
that some fat kids got to get stuck in someday.
Yeah, I told everyone, I was like, you cannot believe at one point like we actually could crawl through that fucking hole. I remember like crawling through it like it had to be kindergarten because I had to be little. So it's a tiny ass. Yeah. It's begging to like get stuck and fucked in. Like
I just imagine some asshole fat kid gets stuck in it and just starts squeezing them in, pulling them in.
The trees just like gritted.
I put up with you bastards all these years. This is the last one.
I'm about to dip my roots in your blood. Ooh, it's kind of like a Decker tree that eats fat kids. Link's a character on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I thought that was kind of cool. He's got a Highland motorcycle that's really fucking fast. I don't really know what to compare it to on Wii U. Like I said, I didn't play Mario Kart 8 on Wii U. So I don't really know, in the new one, what all is different and what's not. It is fun, though. I will say I suck shit at online multiplayer. I won first place once and third twice out of like 50 races. It's usually 8th or 9th after that. People have got that shit down to a science, about drifting is so integral in that game because you get boosts off drifting. You get boosts off like hopping on boosts, like the little boost arrows and shit.
Yeah.
People's got that like mapped down to fucking science. I don't. I'm pretty shiteful at it.
I've never made it a point to take these casual Nintendo party games and get amazing at them. Because I'm like, what's the point? Like, this was a fun sit down and play for a couple hours game. And now, it's like what happened with fucking Rocket League. That was a game like that where it was a fun, casual game. Then people took it way too serious.
Yeah.
I don't play that game online anymore because how toxic everyone is.
Okay, maybe this is just me. And I'm not saying this is the way it is, but to me, and maybe it is to you, Nintendo games that could be considered, I guess, MLG-worthy games. Competitive. Are so much fucking harder to play than anything else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm pretty decent. I ain't the best, but I'm decent at Mortal Kombat X. I'm decent at Street Fighter 4 and 5. I'm, decent at Marvel vs. Capcom, etc., etc. Smash Brothers cannot fucking play for shit. Which I understand the mechanics are different than those games. But, cannot play that for shit. I was okay at Splatoon. I can't say I was terrible at it. Because, Splatoon's pretty easy to play.
Yeah.
I guess.
I still love watching my little girl play that. She's about to be 8, and sometimes she'll get on there and she'll just tear her ass at it. Like, she don't really play it to play the game itself. She plays it to paint shit. But as people get in her way of painting shit, she'll tear some people up. I've seen her take out whole teams of people.
I just imagine you're going to come in there one night. Well, you can on Wii's. They don't have a headset. But if we had a headset, you're just going to she's going to be in there by herself playing one night. You're going to walk by and she's going to drop the whole Clint Eastwood unforgiving thing with somebody. She's like, if I come back here, I'm going to kill your fucking wife. I'm going to kill your fucking kids. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your fucking dog, and I'm going to burn the goddamn house down. You're just like, that's my girl.
Yeah. Yeah, last time I watched her play, she's running around with a big paint roller.
Nice.
And she's just having fun painting shit. And some guy started shooting at her. She just whipped around and, like, she did a little... yeah, she just whipped her around, like, did a little twisty move on, like a corkscrew type maneuver on him, so where she twisted around behind him and got him. And people started shooting behind him. She went in squid mode, came up behind them, got their ass. I was like, Jesus Christ. If only these people do, they just got their ass whooped by a 7-year-old girl.
They'd all be like playing violin on the wrist with a razor bow. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. But you might not get her on the team. You never know.
Yeah. She don't like the competitive part. Like, to her, those are just people getting in the way of her painting.
Fair enough. Just tell her don't become a painter in life, because it's fucking dismal.
Yeah.
It's like falling through a void. You just never stop. Anywho.
And there's a difference in the communities, too. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that fucking wholeheartedly.
The games that are made to be competitive usually have better communities than the casual games that have been turned into competitive games. Like, Rocket League's fucking awful. Smash Brothers, like, I mean, there's cool people in it, but there's a bunch of weirdos too. Like the Mortal Kombat community, half of them people I'd go have a beer with. You know,
yeah,
they're regular people.
Do you think it maybe is because Nintendo's so niche?
Maybe
nowadays,
or I don't know. Maybe because it's drawn out the competitiveness and non-competitive people. Because, like, you don't necessarily buy Smash Brothers for the first time because you want a competitive game. You buy it because it's a fun game that you have fun with your friends with, and then you get drawn into the competitive side. So I don't know if that's it. I'm not sure.
That's a good point. So,
well, then there are some competitive games that, like League of Legends or Counter-Strike, that's got the worst fucking communities ever. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a toss-up.
I don't know. I don't know why I randomly thought about this. I guess because I looked over at that poster, watching that moth fly against the wall. Something I missed in the news earlier, and I'm just going to throw this with you real quick. There's another video game movie coming out.
What is it?
Rampage, the movie. Oh, it's even better. It gets better. Do you know who the lead is in it?
Who?
Guess. Think wrestling. Who's in every fucking movie that comes out right now. The Rock. And get this. It's a serious movie. It's not going to be comedic. It's going to be serious about giant monsters tearing up a city.
Why?
It's happening.
They should have had fun with that.
It's happening. Yeah, it should be a comedy.
Yeah.
I want to see him, like, snatching people out of the windows and, like, eating them and shit. And
yeah,
burping and farting on the fucking downtown area.
Yeah, they pretty much looked at the Godzilla movies and stuff and like, hey, let's take this, but with old comic book humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a childlike approach to kaiju, and it was great.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pay to watch it.
I just remembered that. Well, we actually got a few questions from some people this week. I made a post yesterday because we were supposed to record yesterday, and some things had happened, and
yeah,
I had a unexpected visit from some in-laws, so which is fine, but shit happens. So we're recording today. So these are questions from yesterday, but Chasen Chandler wants to know what games frustrated you and wasted your weekend rental as a child, and what do you still find difficult? For me, it's Judge Dredd for SNES. Dino Ricky. Right offhand. Fuck that fucking game and fuck everybody that was involved with that game. If I seen the creator of Dino Ricky on the side of the road with his intestines hanging out on fire, I would not take the time to pull my dick out and piss on him to put him out. Actually, that's rough because, I mean, that's terrible to say. Fuck Dino Ricky, though. That's a bullshit game. Most definitely.
One for me, and I think it's just because it was so far above my head as a young child, was Pop Dream on the NES.
Oh, man.
That is a hard fucking game.
Yes, it is.
And I rented it one weekend, and I just played my other games the rest of the weekend after I got my ass destroyed. Like, beyond being able to figure it out. I was just, okay, fuck this.
The reason I say that about Dino Ricky, that's literally one of those first games where I'm like, I'm not fucking playing this. Like 5 minutes after getting it. And knowing you're stuck with it or your games all weekend, I'm just like, fuck that game. I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
To this day, I've even tried going back and emulating that game, and I'm like, God damn it, fuck this piece of shit. Fuck your pussy dick. But, sorry. Dustin Cash wants to know, what's your favorite dream crossover fighting game? I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see in a crossover fighter.
Huh.
That's a good question. I had a relative idea. I've always wanted to see a fighting game with all horror icons.
Yeah.
I mean, they technically could... Mortal Kombat in Netherlands, they're doing that shit with Injustice. They already got Alien, Leatherface, Predator, Jason, and Freddy in Mortal Kombat. They ought to just do it.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind saying a
really cool
proper kaiju type fighting game. You have all the different kaijus from the different kaiju companies that could fight. But I'm trying to think of something like game versus game. Or,
a Street Fighter Mortal Kombat thing I've always thought would be kind of badass.
Yeah, it would.
Because they play so much differently. It would definitely add a new strategic element in it.
And it's always two different... Up until Smash Brothers came around, there's always two camps, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
And they talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
And I would really enjoy seeing that. Because it'd be matched evenly, I think, just being that they play so much. Would you say Street Fighter is more defensive, I guess?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 is more offensive.
To me,
which means they encourage blocking in the new one a lot, too.
Yeah.
So, Mortal Kombat, that
as
is.
a complete non-professional gamer and that kind of stuff, this is my take on looking at the pro fights and stuff. Street Fighter has always seemed to be more of a technical game.
Yeah.
Whereas Mortal Kombat's more like get your combos off and you're good.
A lot of them pro Street Fighter players, you watch them, they're very reserved in what they're doing, and they wait a lot of shit out.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat players usually just jump in.
Up until this more recent Mortal Kombat, there hasn't been any kind of real zoning in Mortal Kombat like in Street Fighters, all because of the Hadouken. Zoning has been a thing where you keep them back, you keep whittling them down with the Hadoukens and stuff. You keep them in that zone where you can just get the advantage, get the life advantage over them, and then finish them off with some combos.
Those super finishes and shit.
Yeah, most of Mortal Kombat stuff weren't like that. Even with like Sub-Zero, you still had to get in close.
Yeah,
after you froze them. So
they tell you a lot of shit, be like sweep distance and stuff like that. I think that'd be a really cool crossover. Highly doubt it. Which I don't know. They did Street Fighter and Tekken. I'm sure at some point, they're gonna mash them up. Surely to God.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if Injustice does good and that Marvel versus Capcom. It'd be cool to see a Marvel versus DC fighting game.
Yeah.
That'd be badass, too, I think.
Yeah, it would.
Any of those. Good question. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Hill just simply said, I'm fucking disgusted.
All right.
Well, I said, be sure to give us your questions, praise, or disgust. Nothing is too taboo. I was really hoping we'd get something weird off that, which we did. We'll get to in a minute. And finally, our good old buddy Kyle Thomas says, how do I change my lawnmower blade? It's a Craftsman 5000.
Well, first, all right, turn your lawnmower on its side. Craftsman 5000. Is that a riding lawnmower or is that a push?
I am.
Either way.
I'm going to find out right now. We're men. We need to know what a Craftsman 5000 is.
Yeah, they don't even sound like a real lawnmower. That sounds like something made up.
It is a riding lawnmower.
Riding lawnmower. Okay. Turn it on its side.
It's a really good riding lawnmower, too. Kudos on your lawnmower, Kyle.
Yeah. Turn it on its side. Grab a hold of the blade as hard as you can. crank the lawnmower up and engage the blade. That way, your pressure of the hand holding it will make the lawnmower blade come off because it's going to essentially be spinning counterclockwise.
A little DIY hack for you, too. They actually, the stone that people use to sharpen lawnmower blades is similar. Their baby skulls are similar in texture to that stone and far cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you want to grab a couple babies and just rub horizontally along the blades, I guess.
I like to
while they're on.
I like to plant infants in my front yard, kind of like Cabbage Patch Kids, and run them over. And it's kind of 2-for-1. You sharpen your blades with the baby skulls, and you give your grass a nice blood fertilizer.
That is a really great idea.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know why I thought about that. That would really make that Virginia creeper grass I got growing out front pop.
Yeah, it would.
Add a little color to it.
I like to innovate when it comes to home maintenance. And
about getting time to pay a visit to old Bed Bath & Belial. They'll be having some real good summer specials coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah, they will.
Might have to check in with that.
Yeah.
That was it for questions we got from people. We have a phone number. 682-777-GOOD. Here's the jingle to help you remember that.
Give me a minute. I had the
call.
voicemail pulled up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
682-777-GOOD. Dial the number, you know you should. Leave us a message, you know it gives us one.
Big Wood.
682-777-GOOD. Yeah.
Instead of saying big wood, it gives us big sequoias. Girth for years.
That's all that matters.
Such girth, such vigor.
I mean, mine's pretty much like a tuna can. They call me the hurricane because it don't do much to the inside, but it beats the fuck out of the outside.
Oh, it just wallers it out a little bit. If you was a wrestler, they call you the Waller. The wall, yeah. Here comes the Waller. Anywho, we got a call from somebody. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's kind of an oddball.
It's a weird one.
Hey, boys, I just want to call and let y'all know I'm throwing a pinball tournament out there at my garage in Fort Payne.
Ooh.
Got a little shed out back by the wheat field. Gonna put some pinball in there and bust some pins. Probably gonna cook up a little steak on the grill, too. You two fat sons of bitches should be there.
Well,
Bust some pins. Maybe commit a little murder. Get a little incestual with my sister. It's gonna be a good time. Come down.
that sounds like that dude we met at Southern Fried our first year.
It does.
The guy with a balding pony, the skullet and nipple rings. God, I kind of feel uneasy. That's weird.
He's going to commit some murder.
The first fucking call we've had forever, and he didn't give us a name or nothing. I don't be appreciated calling a son of a bitch neither.
Or fat. I mean, I know I'm thick. I'm not fat.
Yeah. You just thick.
Thick.
Boys, yeah, he's thick. We all thick around here. Our mamas, I'll tell you right now, they ain't bitches. We'll stomp your ass for
real
that.
men have curves.
Yeah, no shit. That dad bod shit. That's popular now, ain't it? We should be like sex symbols to 18-year-old plus women now. Like, that'd be the demographic for dad bod, I think. We should be.
Yeah. Just got to curl some mustaches.
By God, we're just selling a sea of cooge. Oh, I'm really sure our wives enjoy hearing about all our extramarital pussy adventures.
Well, mine don't listen
that
to
don't
this.
happen. Mine don't either. She's asleep in the next room. Might go in there and bust her pins. I'm just kidding.
You gonna want me to go wake up your neighbor to help out?
My Cuckula Vision has been broke since 1986.
Oh.
I bought my Cuckula Vision at a thrift store, and it smelled, oddly enough, like wet sand on the inside of it. Had a real funky smell. I don't.
Like when your socks get wet at the beach, you take them off the car and forget about them for a week.
Yeah. I did have a rare game in it, though. I popped the tape out and noticed that it had the real rare Fistney game, Shitty Titty Gangbang, in it.
Oh, wow.
Really pleasantly surprised. It was fucking wonderful.
I've been looking for Cuck Fighter by Cuckcom.
That's a good one. You just throw them Hadoukens at some other man's wife's pissoir.
Or no, it was Street Cucker, not
Street Cucker.
Street Cucker by Cuckcom.
Cucks and Goblins was a real good one too. That little red devil, he just can't keep his dick out of your wife, I tell you what.
Cuck Hunt.
The dog laughs at you when you're crying for watching somebody else fuck your wife. He just pops out of the bushes. He's just like, little do you know, I'm fucking her next. That goddamn mutt. Then you gotta get mad at your wife. You're like, you even gave him anal, didn't you? You let him get up in that sweet hole, didn't you?
You let him get in them guts.
He stirred all that pudding around, didn't he? Always classy around here.
Yeah.
That's shit. Pretty much about it, ain't it?
Yeah, I believe that's it. I think that's the show.
Next weekend we may have to take another break. I'm not sure. I've got a little bit of an opportunity to make a little quick cash going and working as a merch guy for a band for a couple days. Sounds kind of cool in theory, but it's going to be riding in a van with a bunch of sweaty dudes, including myself. That'll be all right, though. Might not do me some bad just to get the fuck out of here for a little bit and clear my head.
Yeah, that's always good.
Because Lord knows I got shit I need to clear off my mind right now. But anywho, we may or may not be back. If not, we'll be back the week after. I'm going to talk to Mike. I'd like to get him to come on with us again here soon.
Yeah.
We'll try to line us up some more interviews. We're on our way to 100. We're 90. This is episode 91. So we're going to do something pretty big for episode 100.
Maybe we should that idea of the good old crawfish bowl we tossed around. Maybe we should do that for around 100.
That'd be really good. That'd be cool. We might do that. Set some games up, boil some crawfish, get real full, and try to record, see how it works out.
Yeah.
Might even could film it and put it on internet. Who knows?
Who knows? I gotta get some new VHS for my camcorder though.
Nice.
Use them all on my Cuckle Vision.
You making your own
Cuckle
Vision games now?
I'm making cuck hacks for you.
Nice. The bad thing is, one of the games I have, I think somebody's kid probably got it out of the Cuck Vision and put it in the VCR. Because I was just like in a real good session of watching this dude's wife get railed, and all of a sudden My Little Pony just pops up.
Oh, hell.
But I didn't finish. They might end up fucking that dude's old.
They probably railed Pinkie Pie, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, I don't think. I know my house smelled like shrimp for 2 days afterwards. I just was very displeased. So displeased I about mailed my dick off to Daryl.
So say, you sure you didn't have one of Daryl Dick Meat's corn dogs trucks outside? Smells like shrimp.
Oh, God. They need a... It's you get behind one of them trucks, it's almost as bad as getting behind an inedible gut truck.
Yeah.
It just smells like, I don't know, just this sickly sweet dick corn dog smell. It's not good. It's like honey fiber and cock. If you can imagine those.
Sugar and smegma.
Ugh, that is fucking rough. Somebody in prison probably like mixes shit with their smegma and they smoke it. Oh, like hallucinating shit. They like make that julep shit. You know, they put like a toilet water and oranges in a fucking jar and let it ferment.
Yeah.
Like bust a little smegma up in that. makes it chemically react.
I mean, it's just as good as butt hash. So.
Jinkum. I'm glad I never done that drug.
I loved reading the symptoms I had with that. Like chronic bad breath was one of the symptoms.
Did you seen the news report like on TV? Didn't you? With the
I never watched the video. I just read an article.
Oh, there's a video and the news reporter. He's like talking about it, and he's like, "And how do you know your kid's maybe on it?" And he's like, "Well, it goes by certain slang terms as jinkum and something else, and also known as butt hash." The butt hash thing cracked me up. So I just imagine there's some stupid ass kid somewhere be like, "Man, I got a jar of butt hash back there. You'll get fucked up." Yeah, man. Imagine going to the hospital on that one and your parents like talking to the doctor. The parents like, "Oh my God, what is it? Did he take meth? Did he take heroin?" They're like, "I'm afraid it's much worse than that, ma'am." He sniffed a bag of decomposing feces. What? Ma'am, he's ingested butt hash. Oh my God! Anything but the butt hash.
TSA is going to be giving everyone cavity searches looking for butt hash.
They just find some dude that just ate a bunch of steak on vacation.
No, I swear this ain't chili. No.
Local man seized with 2.3 pounds of butt hash complete, hidden in his rectum. What'd you do here today? We gave him a whole box of X-Lax. We're sitting now waiting to catch the contraband in the waiting room. That's fucking ridiculous. TSA's going to just be like, if you got shit in your bowels, you ain't riding this goddamn airplane. We'll drag you off like that doctor fuck last week. Or a week before.
It's just methane. Methane's an explosive. You're a terrorist.
Oh, my God. In Trump America, you are pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you Trump has a lot of gas, that bloated-looking carrot motherfucker.
I'd be eating, if I had his money, I'd be eating fucking filet mignon.
He has his own brand of steaks he sells. Trump steaks. They're probably made out of homeless people, but
as long as they're good.
As long as they're tasty, that's all that matters. Okay. We're out of control. We got to stop it.
Yeah. Gotta reel it in once we're talking about the living avatar of the American dream.
True that. Find us at goodolegamers.com. You can find us at our podcast, Good Ole Gamers Podcast. Stitcher, iTunes, yada, yada, yada. Google,
etc.,
YouTube.
etc.
Look for us. Listen to us. Please share us. Give us a like and share. Call us, 682-777-GOOD. Don't call us and creep us the fuck out. That's all we ask. But, I mean, it don't matter if you won't do that.
We haven't heard from Blanca or any of them in quite a while.
Almost a year.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wherever y'all are, give us a call. Blanca Zangief.
Zangief?
Where the fuck are you, Zangief? We haven't heard from him. We ain't really heard from Bill. I've talked to Bill. Bill hadn't called us. Come on, Bill. Give us a call. Maybe we can talk about busting some pins. Or something. Call us, Bill. Anybody, just call us. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what's going on with y'all. All that shit. And blah, blah, blah. Until next week, I guess. Game over, man.
Game over.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.